Hi guys, JT here, and today I'm bringing you some information on the Humble Bundle Curve Games Care Package Bundle of September 2025. To help you answer the question, should you buy it? By using the links in the description below, you'll gain access to this bundle and support the channel in the process. Before I begin, I'd like to thank you, the viewers, for watching my silly videos. I hope they're helpful. Most importantly, knowing that you're watching it means the world. Anyway, let's get into this. At number 1 we have Badlands Crew, a post-apocalyptic vehicular combat and strategy game where you build, customize, and command your ultimate battle wagon. You'll scavenge parts, strap on flamethrowers, turrets, and armor, and lead a crew of survivors against ruthless factions like the Gun Nuts, Pyros, Vultures, and Clowns. Each run feels like Mad Max trucking with technical micromanagement. You're driving, repairing, healing, and blasting all at once. The customization is deep and rewarding. You can tailor rigs for speed, defense, or raw firepower, while equipping your crew with gear that complements your strategy. Missions vary, ranging from tense defense battles to racing across hazardous wastelands plagued with giant sandworms. The freedom to experiment with builds keeps things engaging, and the branching campaign lets you approach fights how you want, with your choices affecting faction control and influence. On the flip side, the game is not without flaws. The grind can feel slow, controls can be clunky until you adjust, and late game combat risks becoming too easy once you unlock powerful 360-degree weapons. Some players report performance dips on larger maps, so you may need a decent setup until patches smooth things out. Still, the developers are actively improving quality of life features and responding to community feedback. If you enjoyed Bomber Crew or Space Crew, this is the most ambitious project yet. Badlands Crew offers chaotic fun, creative freedom, and hours of wasteland survival. It is not flawless, but if you crave customizable post-apocalyptic mayhem, you'll feel right at home. At number 2 we have Dungeons of Hinterberg, a captivating mix of puzzle solving, combat, and social exploration set in a magical Austrian mountain town. You play as Louisa, a burned out young lawyer searching for meaning and reprieve in a tourist haven turned fantastical with the arrival of dungeons and magic. But what begins as a whimsical vacation deepens into a journey of self-discovery and a quest to uncover the town's mysteries. Your days follow a structured rhythm: mornings for meals, afternoons for dungeon dives, evenings for mingling with locals and tourists, and nights for personal downtime. This balance keeps gameplay engaging as you manage Louisa's stats: familiarity, renown, relaxation, and amusement. Social interactions are refreshingly dynamic, introducing you to a diverse cast with their own reasons for being in Hinterberg, making every relationship feel meaningful. The dungeon gameplay shines with inventive puzzles and unique magic-based mechanics. Each region, forested Hinterwald, snowy Kalmstein, or swampy Brunosump, is beautifully realized, and their dungeons cleverly incorporate local themes. Combat is simple yet satisfying, with Louisa wielding magic powers and an attack conduit to slash through enemies. However, boss fights lack challenge and depth, a minor stumble in an otherwise compelling experience. The art direction is breathtaking, blending picturesque environments with fantastical elements. Social mechanics echo real-life tourism, encouraging you to build connections while reflecting on the town's exploited magic industry. The grounded storytelling, paired with magical touches, makes this game resonate emotionally. Dungeons of Hinterberg is an artistic and satisfying journey of puzzles, people, and personal growth. At number 3 we have The Ascent Complete Collection. The Ascent starts slow, with its early missions feeling repetitive as you trudge through the archaeology, flipping switches, and fighting generic mutants. Yet, once you enter Cluster 13 and hear the incredible soundtrack, the game hits its stride. Neon Giant's isometric shooter excels in its world building, with stunning visuals, punchy sound effects, and an atmosphere brimming with cyberpunk grit. The intricacies of its setting, from robotic taxi rides to NPC interactions, immerse you deeply in the dystopian landscape. Gameplay is a mix of twin-stick shooting, RPG mechanics, and chaotic co-op fun. The controls are tight, though bugs and janky mechanics sometimes disrupt the experience. The navigation system is particularly frustrating, often leading you into high-level areas unprepared, resulting in frustrating deaths. Despite these issues, the combat and co-op modes remain satisfying, with a variety of weapons and augmentations to keep you hooked. Enter the Cyber Heist DLC, a 3 to 5 hour expansion that offers a new area, the Dark Playground, and a handful of melee weapons, including the powerful guillotine katana. The DLC is challenging, with enemies up to level 40, but it feels like an extended side quest, rather than a true continuation. While the new map provides fresh environments and a thrilling train level, the overall content lacks depth, recycling much of the base game's mechanics. The Cyber Edition also includes more weapons, technical gear, armor, and animated skins. Despite its flaws, the Ascent Cyber Edition delivers plenty of neon-lit action, and fans will find more to love in this gritty, futuristic world. At number 4 we have Super Loco World Cozy Train Automation. A cozy train automation and logistics game where you design railroads, deliver goods, and watch villages grow into bustling towns. At first glance, it is relaxing. Laying track is as simple as painting with a brush, and the soothing music makes it easy to lose hours tinkering. But beneath the charm lies a surprisingly demanding economy that pushes you to balance costs, fuel, and ever-growing demand. You'll need to manage signals, junctions, and train routes carefully to avoid gridlock. Signposts let you send cargo where it's needed, while traffic lights and logic-based stop signs help you keep congestion under control. The result is a puzzle-like experience where every mistake, whether it's a mistimed junction or an empty fuel tank, ripples through your network. When everything flows, it is immensely satisfying. When things break down, you'll be untangling knots for hours. The game thrives on experimentation, but don't expect much hand-holding. Tutorials cover the basics, then it's up to you to figure out advanced systems. Some players will love this trial and error approach, but others may find it frustrating, especially with quirks like clunky controls and limited quality of life features. Mid to late game, the difficulty spikes, and death spirals or train jams can bring progress to a halt. Still, if you enjoy automation games like Factorio or Transport Fever, but crave something lighter in tone, Super Loco World delivers a rewarding loop of building, problem solving, and watching your network grow. It is cozy on the surface, but complex underneath. At number 5 we have Lawn Mowing Simulator. An unexpected gem from Skyhook Games, challenges preconceptions associated with simulator games, proving to be a well-crafted and enjoyable experience. When you first delve into the game, it's natural to approach it with skepticism, especially if you've been let down by simulator games in the past. However, Lawn Mowing Simulator pleasantly surprises with its well-executed components. This game is a well-crafted simulator that caters to those who find joy in mowing lawns. As you start the game, you customize your avatar, choose from basic lawnmowers, and embark on a journey to build your lawn care business. With 31 maps and a dozen lawnmowers, each with distinct features, the game offers variety and progression. Your goal is simple: complete contracts, earn money, and upgrade your equipment or expand your headquarters. The gameplay revolves around surveying properties, avoiding obstacles, and meticulously cutting grass. While the lack of additional tools like an edger is a drawback, the cutting mechanics are satisfying, with realistic patterns left in the freshly cut grass. The game's setting in England adds a touch of authenticity to the mowers and currency. Lawn Mowing Simulator's career mode, coupled with challenges, ranks, and a free mode, provides a well-rounded experience. Although the exaggerated payouts and high interest loans seem unrealistic, they contribute to the game progression. Despite initial skepticism, Lawn Mowing Simulator turned out to be an enjoyable and surprisingly well-made simulator, catering to a niche audience who can appreciate its unique charm and relaxing gameplay. Also, if you live in an apartment and just really miss cutting some grass, this could be for you. At number 18 we have For the King Deluxe Edition. A challenging turn-based strategy game that follows a group of adventurers on their quest to murder various monsters and enemies that threaten the kingdom. The game features procedurally generated maps, quests, and events, ensuring that each playthrough is unique and challenging. The gameplay in For the King revolves around turn-based combat and exploration, with players navigating through the game's various regions, solving puzzles, and engaging in battles. The combat system is straightforward but challenging, requiring players to carefully plan their moves and attacks to overcome enemies. One of the most notable aspects of For the King is its co-op mode, allowing up to 3 players to play together locally or online. The game's combat and exploration systems work well in multiplayer, with players able to coordinate their attacks and strategies to overcome challenging opponents. The game's progression system is also well designed, with players able to unlock new weapons, abilities, and upgrades as they progress through the game. These upgrades are essential for taking on the game's more challenging enemies and bosses, providing a satisfying sense of progression. The game's story is relatively simple but engaging, with players tasked with uncovering the source of the kingdom's troubles and putting an end to it. The game's world is richly detailed, with each region having its unique look and feel, providing an immersive experience. While the game's difficulty can be unforgiving sometimes, it never feels unfair, and is probably your fault. Players are encouraged to experiment with different strategies and approaches to murder their opponents.
Overall, For the King is a challenging and engaging turn-based strategy game that offers a lot of content for players to enjoy. With its co-op mode, progression system, and immersive worlds, it'll keep you coming back for more.
The Deluxe Edition includes the Lost Civilization Adventure Pack. This DLC expands For the King with a vibrant jungle biome, arena battles, and 2 new classes, the Gladiator and Astronomer. You'll encounter over 50 unique enemies and gather over 90 new items, adding variety to your campaigns. While the fresh content is exciting, balancing issues arise as challenging enemies infiltrate every mode, often disrupting the game's flow. Dual-wielding weapons and wands are fun additions, but constant debuffs, petrification, and high-damage foes can feel punishing. If you thrive on difficulty, you'll enjoy the new strategic depth. However, for casual players, it might be more frustration than fun. At number 7 we have KitHack Model Club, a physics-driven model-building sandbox from the original creator of Kerbal Space Program. But instead of rockets, you're designing RC cars, planes, boats, and hybrids of all 3. With over 2,400 ready-made vehicles to try, plus full freedom to build your own, the game invites you to experiment, crash, and rebuild endlessly. Every part you attach impacts aerodynamics, buoyancy, and handling, so tinkering is both rewarding and challenging. You're free to roam Wearaway Bay, test your built-in challenges, and simply mess around in sandbox mode. Multiplayer lets up to 16 players race, battle, and show off creations, while the Steam Workshop offers endless community-made vehicles and missions. A powerful scenario editor even allows you to craft your own challenges, basically the same tool the devs use to make official content. The physics feels satisfying, and the customization is deep enough to keep you experimenting for hours. Crashes are frequent but hilarious, and fine-tuning designs becomes addictive. That said, the game is not perfect. Some players find building fiddly, content can feel limited at times, and the learning curve might frustrate those expecting a more polished and guided experience. Like Kerbal, KitHack thrives on trial and error. Still, if you love sandbox creativity, physics-based chaos, and community-driven content, KitHack Model Club offers near limitless freedom. It captures the same inventive spirit as Kerbal, but shrinks it down to a playful RC scale. With friends, mods, and imagination, it is a game you can lose yourself in. At number 8 we have I Am Fish, a delightful physics platformer that offers a unique and refreshing gaming experience. In this game, you play as a fish trapped in a bowl, and your goal is to navigate challenging environments to reunite with your fishy friends who have been forcibly separated. The story revolves around 4 fish pals: goldfish, pufferfish, piranha, and flying fish, creating an emotional connection with the characters. The gameplay is both fun and frustrating, as you must carefully maneuver your fishbowl through various obstacles, such as stairs and shelves. It requires patience and determination as you strive for freedom. As you progress, you'll transition to different vessels, like a mop bucket, a river, or a glass of water, adding a puzzle element to the adventure. Each fish possesses a unique ability, such as inflating into a ball or gliding through the air, providing diversity and challenges in the gameplay. The game's level design is well crafted, integrating these abilities seamlessly into the environment. I Am Fish elicits a range of emotions, from fear and frustration to pure happiness when you successfully navigate obstacles and reunite with your friends. The game's creative levels offer moments that are both fun and clever. While some challenges may be frustrating, the ample checkpoints and the option to skip puzzles ensure accessibility for all players. I Am Fish is a charming and engaging game that combines fun, frustration, and fishy adventures. Its cute characters, clever level design, and accessibility make it an enjoyable experience for a wide audience. At number 9 we have You Suck at Parking Complete Edition. In You Suck at Parking, you're thrust into a high-octane world where the simple task of parking becomes a chaotic and exhilarating adventure. With its casual racing elements intertwined with light puzzle challenges, the game demands lightning-fast reflexes and precision control to navigate through its treacherous tracks. The addictive nature of You Suck at Parking truly shines when you dive into the competitive realm of leaderboard battles. Spending countless hours trying to shave off mere seconds from your best times or outdo your friend's score becomes an obsession, driving the manic fun to new heights. The game presents a diverse array of imaginative tracks, each teeming with obstacles that will test your parking prowess. From dodging police cars and wind cannons to navigating through fire traps and electric fences, every corner of the road poses a new challenge. Yet, amidst the chaos, the compact level design and narrow margins of error keep the adrenaline pumping, offering a unique blend of frantic yet casual gameplay. With meticulously crafted levels that feel like intricate puzzles waiting to be solved, You Suck at Parking offers a rewarding experience for those willing to tackle its challenges. However, the cumbersome level selection process detracts from the overall enjoyment, requiring players to navigate through their car to find unlocked levels. Despite occasional bugs and issues, You Suck at Parking remains a frenetic and entertaining adventure that promises hours of heart-pounding excitement. With its varied environments, active developer support, and engaging gameplay, it's a title that's sure to keep players coming back for more adrenaline-fueled parking mayhem. At number 10 we have Bomber Crew Deluxe Edition, a World War II aircraft management sim that hides brutal complexity beneath its charming cartoonish style. At its core, it puts you in charge of an entire bomber and crew, forcing you to juggle gunnery, navigation, repairs, and bombing runs in frantic real time. Unlike other sims, you cannot pause to give orders, so every decision matters and one mistake can doom your mission. You'll be lining up bombing targets, extinguishing engine fires, and reviving fallen crewmates all at once. Missions often have unique twists, such as skipping bombs across lakes of dam busters, or dropping the massive Grand Slam bomb from high altitude while managing oxygen and freezing temperatures. Optional objectives like reconnaissance or intercepting V1 rockets add even more variety. Completing missions unlocks upgrades ranging from stronger engines and better gunners to amusing touches like giving your homing pigeon a helmet. These upgrades are essential because Bomber Crew doesn't go easy on you. Early missions escalate into brutal encounters with rocket-powered fighters, and survival often depends on experimenting with different builds and strategies. Failure can feel punishing since you can't save mid-mission, and losing a 20-minute run means rebuilding your bomber and starting over. Still, the challenge rarely feels unfair, and every loss teaches you something new. Minor interface frustrations like imprecise clicking or limited tooltips can cause setbacks, but they don't overshadow the game's depth. Bomber Crew is a tough but rewarding experience that blends real-time chaos with satisfying progression, keeping you engaged flight after flight. This edition comes packed with multiple DLCs, featuring new skins, enemy types, an expanded campaign, additional fighter craft to pilot, and much more. At number 11 we have For the King 2, a turn-based roguelike RPG inspired by Dungeons & Dragons, set in the land of Fahrul. You lead a party of 4 adventurers across procedurally generated maps, taking on 5 story chapters filled with traps, enemies, and the constant threat of permadeath. At first glance, the toy-like art style and colorful characters suggest a light-hearted fantasy adventure. In reality, the game is punishing. Even early battles, like facing a group of jelly cubes, can wipe out your party if you underestimate them. Enemies hit harder, make smarter decisions, and often target your weakest unit, so every move feels crucial. Combat balances chance and strategy. Attacks rely on dice rolls, but the focus system lets you bend luck in your favor by guaranteeing hits or passing skill checks at key moments. The new battle grid adds tactical depth, requiring careful positioning to protect fragile units while still dealing damage. Poor choices, like overloading your blacksmith with heavy gear, can doom an entire run. The campaign lasts around 30 hours, though failed attempts at replay time. Unlocking classes, gear, and locations extends the experience, but some players may find progression limited compared to the first game. Visually, the sequel shines, with upgraded models, spell effects, and lighting. Technical performance is excellent, even in online play. However, the overall experience sometimes feels more like a polished remake than a fully fresh sequel. For the King 2 is challenging, strategic, and fun, but it doesn't quite recapture the novelty of the original. Just note that this bundle gives you a 60% off coupon, as opposed to the game itself. At number 12 we have Lawn Mowing Simulator Heritage Park DLC, the game's biggest DLC yet, offering you 2 expansive heritage parks to explore and maintain. With a focus on the region's industrial history, this pack delivers new challenges, fresh locations, and an exclusive mower built for tackling the largest contracts. Roskell Quarry Park takes you through the remains of a working quarry overlooked by a Victorian mill. Here you'll mow beneath giant cogs, trim around rail tracks, and navigate exhibits that showcase its industrial past. Mill View Park, by contrast, is a scenic riverside location with 4 distinct areas: walking paths, woodland, flower beds, and picnic grounds, all inspired by classic British landscaping. Alongside 8 new contract locations, you'll find 10 mowing jobs, 8 litter tasks, and a new whole park contract type for longer sessions. The DLC also introduces Patterson ZTA-XL, a powerful zero-turn mower with a wide 140cm deck built for efficiency. Also note that this bundle gives you a 15% off coupon, as opposed to the DLC itself. And that's all for this bundle. This bundle actually delivers a pretty solid lineup. Sure, a lot of these games have shown up in past $1 per game bundles, but if you missed those or are just building your library, this is a great way to catch up. Titles like Dungeons of Hinterberg and the Ascent easily make the bundle worth it, and the overall mix feels more playable than what Choice has been offering lately. For newcomers or casual collectors, this is the win. In any case, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if this video was helpful, feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and maybe consider buying the channel a coffee. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.